What's going on, Verifam? Today I wanted to talk to you guys about ranked mode. Now, there seems to be a big misconception that I hate this game and I'm constantly talking bad about this game. So I just want to preface this video by saying I love ranked mode. I love this game. I would not play this game every single day if I didn't like it. Or, you know, actually I might, because my content is MultiVersus and I like doing YouTube. But at the same time, would I upload 2 videos a day? Probably not. Would you be able to tell if I was disliking the game in my videos? You definitely would. I like MultiVersus is what I'm trying to say, and I do actually like ranked mode. I'm enjoying it a lot. However, there are some things that we need to talk about with ranked mode, specifically, you know, some mislaps in judgment from player first games and some actual just bugs and errors that we're facing right now. So starting off with the obvious, if you look at the top of my screen right now and you check out the timer, what you will see under that timer is a completely useless statistic, one that says 0 to 0. Because apparently when ranked launched, it was, what is happening to me right now? When ranked launched, it was supposed to be a best of 3. However, we did not get a best of 3. We got a first to 1, which honestly, if I'm being completely 100% honest here, I prefer going first to 1. I do not want to finish a set with someone that I don't want to finish a set with for probably minimal points compared to this style of gameplay where you gain a, you know, a significant amount of points off of winning a single round with someone. So I would prefer it not to be a first of 3. However, I'm sure a lot of people would not. It's obviously a glitch. I'm sure that it will be fixed in the future, man. However, let's talk about some things that are not glitches, such as the point distribution. Well, actually, first, we'll talk about the point distribution, but let's talk about the matchmaking, first of all. So, I am currently a Platinum 5, I think, or a Diamond 5. I don't know, man. But what I do know is that every single match that I play will be against someone Diamond 5. And that is not because... 68, dude? That is not because of my rank. That is because of my MMR. And that includes the fact that if I hop on some random character right now, I will be playing against Masters and Diamond players nonstop, which is a problem, man, because it's literally just the same as unranked mode. What is the point of adding a ranked mode if, you know, it's not matchmaking you based off of your rank? And no, I don't think I can DI out of that. So yeah, they definitely need to actually have ranked matchmaking, because right now, I mean, it's literally just, yes, there's ranks, but at the same time, the ranks mean absolutely nothing when it comes to matchmaking. So it is borderline pointless for a lot of people, especially people like me. If I want to climb the ranks as Banana Guard, I have to play against Masters. You know, like, that's kind of insane, man. And if you're someone who has a lot of wins, but let's say you're not very good at the game because you're just struggling to, you know, find your stroke. That kind of sounds weird. You're struggling to, you know, find your motion, find your character, anything like that, and you're not that good. Just because you have a lot of games played, you are most likely going to have to play people who are a lot better than you. And that's not okay, man. You were probably looking forward to ranked mode so that you could have fun and play people your skill level, and that is simply not what you got. So yeah, I'm sure that the hold on, let me lock in. Alright, I'm sure the first problem I went over will be fixed. That, however, I don't see that something they mess with, because if this was just, if they released rank mode, if they were like, yep, this suffices, I don't think they're going to change the way that the matchmaking actually is. I think that it's just going to stay like this forever, man. Next thing I want to talk about is point distribution. I just beat someone who is my rank and I went up 12 points. Now, had I lost to that guy, I would have lost probably about 5 points or maybe 10. And that's the problem with the point distribution. It is completely random. I have no idea how many points I am going to lose. And as a matter of fact, we are playing an Arya right now, so we're about to test how many points we're going to lose when I jump off the map. Because that's another option. That's another thing that people are doing right now, is jumping off of the map when they get matchups they don't like. Now, this has nothing to do with that. This is just an Arya boycott kind of thing. I'm going to jump off the map because I don't want to play against an Arya. But the fact that it is always an option for someone who just has bad matchups to jump off the map and probably lose about 3 points or something like that if you're not in Diamond. I am in Diamond, so let's see how many points we lose here. I'm assuming that it's going to be like 7, something like that. Let's see. 5 points. 5 points in diamond, man, off of losing a game. And then when I go win a game, and by the way, that guy was Masters 1. That was probably like the #1 Arya in the entirety of the game. Let's go check. So I'm diamond 5. I'm going against the #1 Arya, and I'm losing 5 points, which by the way will be the exact same amount of points that I lose if I play someone my exact same rank. Like, that's pretty ridiculous, man. I think a good example of a ranked mode with point distribution is Tekken. If you beat someone who's your rank, you go up about, you know, to convert it to MultiVersus terms, you'd probably go up against or about like 5 points, and then or 15 points, and then you lose to someone your rank, you go down 15 points. It makes perfect sense. You win against someone above you, you go up a little bit more. Look, I'm playing the #3 Arya as a diamond 5 player. Like, that's kind of insane, man. That's just MMR matchmaking. That's not good, man. Now, contrary to what most people are going to say right now, I actually believe that it should be hard to rank up, especially when you hit a rank like Diamond or Masters, when it's that easy for people to just gain points. You know, when you hit Masters 1 and you're only losing 6 points when you lose and gaining 12 when you win, guess what happens? The #1 and the #10 slot are Masters 1 players that just play a lot and aren't even good, man. In Tekken, a actual pro player will almost always be #1 because like, you lose so many points by losing. You literally lose just as many. You have no choice. You have to win more than you lose. In this game, it's not the case. And not only that, but obviously Masters players are going against Gold 1 players and Bronze players like me. So as long as they win like 50% of the games against the Bronze players they're up against, they are going to rank up, and they are going to be able to hold that #1 slot for as long as they feel like it, as long as they put in like 10 hours of gameplay every day. So yeah, it's pretty ridiculous how easy it is to not only hit Masters, but to keep that slot as long as you are a decent player who plays the game a lot. And the #1 is going to be who plays the most. Like, it's just, there needs to be some sort of ratio there that makes it so that Gold players can easily rank up and Masters players cannot. Masters players need to fight for their life in order to gain points, man. That is how you keep a balanced rank system, and that is how you keep an accurate leaderboard. You make it as hard as possible for the top players to continue to gain MMR. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the fact we are on Crumbulus right now. It's absolutely ridiculous to me just how bad these ranked maps are. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion right here, but some of the maps that are legal, and by the way, they did a good job taking out the water tower map because that map had absolutely no business being legal. It was bad. I'm sorry, dude. But the maps that are legal right now are not good for ranked. Specifically, Crumbulus, Batcave. I mean, look at that, man. We're dying at 99 on the side of the stage. That's not even, like, Jake the dog could have bit me and spit me off the side of the map on this map and Dexter's map because they're just far too small, dude. They're far too small for a competitive game. And a lot of the time, like, these maps just feel like they're public lobbies, man, and they're not the worst maps, don't get me wrong. Obviously these maps are a lot better than Mojo Jojo throwing bombs on you in the public games. However, I would just not only like to see more maps added, some maps that are like nice in size, but I would like to see the maps that are currently here actually get their size changed in order to properly suit ranked mode, man, because right now it just feels like they threw maps that don't belong in ranked into ranked, and we are forced to play on here. Let me know if I'm tripping about this one. I really don't think I am. I don't think that Crumbulus should be so vertically and horizontally small, and at the very least the little stereo systems shouldn't be there. Same thing on Batcave. The little things should not be there, man. I don't even know what you call those things, but it's like more of a party mode type of thing. I don't see why they would be in ranked. But yeah, just more simple maps, like Trophy's Edge, Sky Platforms. There's a reason why I don't think Crumbulus is legal in the actual game. Even Townsville seems a little bit small, man. I'm dead. Yeah, even Townsville seems kind of small. I mean, I don't know, man. I really do think... What kind of hitbox is that, dude? Yeah, I think that there needs to be some improvement here. Great game. Great game. But yeah, subscribe to join the Verifam, leave a like on this video, and let me know in the comments if you disagree or agree with what I said in this video. See y'all later, man.